What up? What up? What up? Hey, this is Coffee Time with Flame Monroe. I already had my coffee out because I did a live this morning. I got a sink full of dirty dishes I got to wash because my kids is not playing. They say they're not washing the dishes. So I'm drinking water. And I'm eating a Stouffer's. Welcome to Coffee Time with Flame Monroe, ladies and gentlemen. I so appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you guys so much for subscribing to my YouTube channel and watching and tuning in. For those of y'all who don't care for me or don't want to hear what I have to say, please unsubscribe or unfollow or block me from Facebook or Instagram or wherever you are following me at, because you don't want to hear my rhetoric or my stick or my story. Yeah, block yourself, remove yourself. That way you won't have to hear it, because I don't like to hear shit that I don't want to hear. I won't entertain it. It's just easy. Plus, if you jump ship, it'll make room for somebody who wants to ride in this boat, in my story boat, because this is my story boat. Let's start off with our thing today. There was a tragic shooting, sadly another shooting in Oklahoma at a Walmart. 2 confirmed dead from what I've seen on the news. It's just so sad. You really need to be aware of what's going on around you, ladies and gentlemen. So when you're in a store, most of us have and I'm guilty of this too, we have our faces buried in our phones and looking at, what's going on social media or talking to somebody, and we're not paying attention to what's around us. Please be very leery of what's going around you, because some people are just in a bad place and they just want to take it out on any and everybody, and you just might be at the wrong place at the wrong time. So prayers for the families and the people in Oklahoma. Please be aware of your surroundings. As far as young ladies go, please be aware of your surroundings. I made a live video earlier because I was not sure, but they said that they are kidnapping girls in Ubers and Lyfts. So be leery of ladies of getting in Lyfts and Uber, because they are sex trafficking and human trafficking. They're getting these girls and doping them up on heroin and shipping them to other countries, or taking them in houses and let guys come in and prostitute them and use them as prostitutes. And it's very dangerous. If you have daughters, if you're a woman, if you have sisters, please be leery. Try to stay with someone or in groups, because it's very scary out here. They're riding around picking up these young black girls, and it's like, what did they say, like 64 women or 64,000 women, one of the two, just coming up missing. Please be careful. I am monitoring my children every chance I get. They in groups, or either I'm in the car picking them up. So please be leery, because that story is not making the news because we're African American or because we are women, people of color. It is sad. I want to give a word out to the little young boy, the little gay boy that was in the bullying incident, and he stole on the little boy. He slapped the shit out of him twice. Then a couple of days later, he had another incident. Let me tell you something. Bullying equals standing up for yourself nowadays. All that following protocol and reporting it, sometimes that works, sometimes that don't. You still got to remember that you're a man or you're a woman. And self-preservation is the first law of nature. You got to protect yourself, because some people will hurt you because they loathe and hate who we are and what we stand for. But every story is an individual story. I don't know what that little boy was going through, but I thought he was gangster for standing up for his damn self. That was boss to me. The little white boy said, I'm not having it. And sometimes people just get sick and tired of it. You're just over it. You're done. So you're back into the corner. You have to come out swinging. Baby came out swinging, bitch. I said, oh, he from the projects, baby. West Side. I ain't mad at that baby. I ain't mad at that baby. I am not mad at that baby. I got an inbox question about why is it that single fathers get more grief than mothers when it's time to get custody of the kids? And this is a story I can attest to, because when I tried to get custody of my daughters in Illinois, the court saw me as transgender and shut me out. I didn't go to court in drag or anything. I was pretty much looking like this. And they wouldn't even hear me. They wouldn't even hear my case. I moved to California, to Long Beach, and I went to court, and the judge made me come to court 11 times. I think a stray cat could have got custody of my children before me. Luckily, the mom never showed up to fight it. But I think a stray cat could have got custody before me, because the judge just wasn't understanding. But I came every time. I showed up with my children every time, to show that, hey, I'm here. I ain't going nowhere. My sacrifice in life is because I wanted my own family and I had my own children. And I'm here. I'm their dad. And I never wanted to lose the respect of my children, which is why I have always sacrificed to make sure that my children's happiness come. I'm a happy person anyway, but I wanted my children to be some very happy, creative, normal, well-adjusted, successful people. So This is where we at. And they do give. I'm telling you, I don't know why the mother, it's some horrible mothers out here. It is. It is some horrible women that have children. And it's some good dads out here. It's some good people that want men, that want children, and want to be a part of their children's lives. But when most court systems in America give most of the play to the women. It's getting better, but fathers' rights are definitely overlooked. It is something that really needs to be looked into, and it needs to be taken more serious, because some men sign up to be somebody's dad for real, and some women just don't want the burden of being a parent, and they use the children as the pawn to keep the man at bay or to control him with money. Hats off to Pete Buttigieg. Mayor Pete Buttigieg is in leading the polls in Iowa. He coming up. Maybe he getting tougher. You know who I really like, though, who I never talk about, is Andrew Yang. I like Yang. I really like Yang's policies. I like his mood. He's always pleasant. He's always easy to talk to and listen to. And you hear what he's saying. He has a great message. I think he cares about the country. We had this discussion in New York off camera. I think because I was like, I'm not sure if America will put an Asian in office. But you know what? Karen Hunter was like, but it's so many Asians here that don't vote. They might come out and really get behind Andrew Yang. And that's the one thing I can say about Asian people. That culture, they will live 8 in a house for a year. And all the money goes to one person so they can get their own house, open their business, and then it's in line. They really are something that we are not. They stick together. They form hard. So Andrew Yang might come up in the votes and the polls as a candidate to be the next president of the United States. Andrew Yang got good policies too. It's just that California this world is just weird and different. So hats off to you, Buttigieg, and come on, Andrew Yang. I also was asked about mental health and mental issues in the world, not just the LGBT community, but the world. We like to skirt past mental illness, and sometimes we see it and don't understand it, and sometimes we don't see it, and sometimes we have it within ourselves and we don't know. I think that you should always see a doctor to talk to somebody when you're having wicked thoughts of suicide, or thoughts of hurting someone. It's a scary time that we're living in. Everybody's skin is so thin, and everybody is so shallow, and everybody's feelings get hurt so easily by somebody else's process or thought, or how they're feeling and dealing with what they're going through. And if you're not secure in who you are, and your mind isn't strong, your heart isn't strong, you will fall into the trap of following the leader, and following the wrong leader to go into a dark hole that you cannot come out of. You cannot survive. If you feel like you need mental health, there are numbers that you can call, 800 numbers. You can just Google it. I don't know the numbers, but you can Google it for mental health. You don't always have to tell anybody else. If you need to go on your own, go on your own. If you tell them that you want to hurt yourself, you're 5150, they will put you in a hospital for 3 or 4 days just to help you to talk to someone, to find your place, because we don't want you to be lost in the world and then you end up taking yourself out. So that's pretty much what it is. I just want you guys to understand that you need to know who you are and love yourself. Tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen, if you're in Los Angeles, I will be at the Comedy Union, 5040 West Pico Boulevard. Showtime is at 8. Doors open at 7. Tickets are $15. You can get them on Eventbrite with Sherwin Array, Memphis Will, and D-Lay. 3 of the hottest male comedians in the business. The show is called 3.5 Men. I created that before y'all get insensitive. I created that because I'm making a joke with me. I'm a comedian. We will be ready, ripe, and raw. You can come see it tomorrow night. You can purchase fans. Can't no bitch do what I do. Mother had you. Mother love you. He, she, we, and Fan the Flame. D-Lay, Memphis, and Sherwin will have their products. We're going to have a great time. You're paying $15 for $1 million show. You better come get me for this 15, because 2020, it won't be 15. There might be a 0 behind that 15. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Coffee Time. This is Flame Monroe. Know thyself. Love thyself. Entertain thyself. Remember, can't no bitch do what I do. Always put that in your mantra and your motto. And I'm telling you right now, you too will be successful in your life to tell your story. This is Flame Monroe. This is Coffee Time, and I'm out.